I want to welcome the GMs and the wives, the godly men and the warm, inviting, feminine, empathetic women out there. In today's video topic, I want to talk about the degeneracy and the glorifying thereof of degeneracy and the lack of appreciation and gratitude in our society. It has completely boggled my mind in regard to how many people do not appreciate the men that have built the world that we live in, to live in a first world country, for those that live in America here watching this video, to be able to say and do the things that you do and say. All for what? All for what? To completely let the simps destroy society. Like, that's really what's going on. I'm growing more and more convinced each day that the simps have completely degraded our society. Supporting online prostitution. You can call OnlyFans whatever you want. It's basically online prostitution, okay? From supporting online prostitution to giving women everything that they want just so that you can get some sex, to bending over frontwards or backwards just to please her, and the women being encouraged to insult the existence of men, and the men being told that if they don't allow themselves to be emasculated, their career is going to go down the drain. The men are told, if you don't let yourself be emasculated, we're going to take away your house, your family. You're not going to be able to see them. If you stand up for yourself as a man and have some dignity in your marriage, and if your wife cheats on you and whatever, you get a divorce, or it turns out that she completely lied about her past, and she was involved with some really dark stuff, including prostitution or stripping or whatever, years ago, and she didn't tell you about this kind of stuff before you got married, and now you want to exit the relationship after you've had kids or something, the men are still going to lose way more on average in the laws that we have set up. And what's crazy is, me myself, I've worked my way up to become an attractive, godly man that is on a mission, that has a vision to create a godly community one day in which it is self-sustaining and it is capable of trading with people all around the world, materials, goods, etc. Because why would you not want to do that? Why would you limit your possibilities like that? This is my vision, and this is what I'm setting out to do. And it is so sad to see so many men basically give up their life force to the women in their lives because they're either lazy and they don't actually want to lead their own life. Number two, the women that they're choosing are very controlling. And the women that are dealing with me and that I'm dealing with, they know that if they're not on my program, we're done. We're done. It's as simple as that. Men are the gatekeepers to relationships, right? Women are the gatekeepers to sex. You are not going to be in a personal relationship with me if you're not on my program as a woman in my life. If you are going to be the mother of my kids one day, you best believe you're going to be on my program. Because I have my own program, and I understand that if I don't have my own program, I'm going to end up on somebody else's program. If I don't have my own set of values and principles based on my relationship to God, then I'm going to automatically fall into sin and degeneracy. You are becoming a scarce person. If you're watching this video right now and you are resonating with it, you are becoming a scarce person in our society today. And you'll realize that a lot of people in this world will try to act concerned for you and about you and to you, all to just get up in your business. And this is one of the reasons why I encourage you to be transparent. I encourage you to be honest. I encourage you to be who you are. But you do not need to say anything that will jeopardize your individuality or your privacy. This is another thing that people just don't seem to understand nowadays is privacy. Even though I'm a content creator on YouTube, and that's just part of what I do. I don't say like, oh, I am a content creator. No. What I say is I help people grow closer to God. Because that's what I do every day. That's what I strive to do. And so we live in a time in society in which even in the church community, like you will see some of the strangest behaviors that arise out of these people, including the men following around the women. Men are not leading their own churches. Then you see the pastors and the not the pastors, the pastors and the bishops or the church leaders. They're not giving you ways to be closer to God and have a relationship to God. They're telling you things to just regurgitate. It's the same thing with all the universities. The universities, we live in a fucked up world, guys, and I understand that this isn't going to be like the best, most motivational video, but we have to wake up and we have to realize that we must act differently. It's not even necessarily about forcing our way, but imposing the goodness of our will on our environment. Specifically the men out there. If you are not being capable of imposing your will for good, beauty, and truth in your environment, you might as well not even be where you are. Or you have a lot of work to do. And this is exactly what the elites do not want you to be. The elites that have, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist or anything, because this is not a conspiracy. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody understands this. There are people that just admit it, and there are people that don't. There are people that see it, and there are people that just hide it from their face. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to see it. They're just going to pretend it's not there. Because if they don't see it, then it's not going to be there. Delusional. And we have to live in a world filled where delusion is encouraged and the backbone of men is being tried right now. And the women are being attacked psychologically and spiritually. Women are being spiritually drawn out of themselves. And it's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. It makes me sad to see these women encouraged to be hard, strong, blah, 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 when they don't have to be. It makes me sad to see that we're encouraging women to be something other than themselves. And society has done such a great way of lying to women that this is the way. And then you see the relationships that they're in, and they're not happy. And the way that I know that, because I'm the guy that they all want, because I'm not putting up with that shit. Women say certain things and then they do other things. And I'm not the kind of guy that is going to be a homewrecker or that is going to allow someone to be in a relationship and cheat with me. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. I want a family. I'm looking for someone to build a life with. And because I'm someone that can offer both sexual satisfaction, the possibility thereof, and security, emotional and physical, to women, as a man, this is what you want to strive for, is to be able to offer those two things. If you can do that, believe me when I say that you will have women coming after you like you wouldn't believe. And it's fantastic to see the fruits of my work being brought out. I'm bearing the fruits of my labor each day. And sometimes you just have to let go of the ratchet women that are just too lost. And you have to let go of the simps that are just too lost, that have pretty much given their balls over on a plate, on a platter. They've literally and metaphorically they've given their balls over to the women, and the women can do whatever they want with the men now. The men might as well be on a leash like a dog. And there's nothing you can do about that. In a lot of cases, there's not. The best thing that you can do is be an example. And the best thing that you can do is to strive forward and trust that the decisions that you make and the things that you do are going to be best for you. So with that being said, I hope this message was insightful and useful and resonated with people out there that are going through something like this and that are seeing through the illusions of reality that are being propagated by ideological pathology. Peace be with you. Till next time.